G'day folks, and welcome back to the channel for part number 21 of my Beginner's Fire Pets Cabalist playthrough, where last episode we killed the Logorian, and we are now going to be starting the Ashes of Malmoth. Now, at the start of this episode, it's probably worth pointing out that there's some things that we could replace. The Shadow Fiend's Cord here, I wouldn't mind getting myself a Lunar Valgoth belt, maybe these pants as well, just having a look at our armor rating. Our helmet definitely needs replacing at this point. These are a pain to get to drop, but they do drop in the city of Malmoth. So we can get one of those when we get there, or if we get really desperate, we could go back to Veteran and farm one up. The drop rate on them is kind of horrendous though, so I think I'll just wait till I get to Malmoth. Shoulders and chest also could use updating. The armor on those is quite low. The upgrade for these though is the level 90 armor, where you just add the word elite before this, so we have the elite Coven Lifebinder vestments, and that'll get us an extra +1 to raise skeletons and Call of the Grave, and basically number go up. And same for the Lifebinder mantle as well. Again, that becomes +3 instead of +2. So that's not something we can really do until level 90. Definitely could ditch these. But having said that, +4 to raise skeletons is kind of, well, we could do it, actually. I didn't think we would have the points, but we absolutely could do it. Would lose some skill points on the Blight Fiend, which is not great, but we absolutely could do it. I think I'd rather have the skill points, though. To take 5 out of somewhere else to put back into here, where I guess it'd be 4, we could do it. But then 4 points out of either possession or manipulation, I think, would be where it would come out of. It's just kind of not worth it. Okay, so time to start the Ashes of Malmoth. The other thing I could be looking at is this is a level 65. It's probably 65 because of the Mender's Powder. I'm pretty sure this is the same one I got at level 30 something. So this could be upgraded. The higher level versions will have better rolls on the resistances, which could maybe clear up another item for changing. These two rings are already level 70, and this is level 50, so not really massive improvements available there. Alright, so we have Calderos we're ignoring, Garrett Torvin, and all the rest of the Gloomwald stuff. So let's get started, and we're going to start in Burrich Village. And we'll just head north. Don't forget, like I often do, to use Blood of Drig, especially when your poison and acid resistance is being capped. Depends on you having cast that spell. We'll get that. Let's not go ahead and die in the first couple of minutes. There we go. Having lots of archers is pretty good. I'm quite happy with that. Definitely want that scrap. And looks like the road is blocked, which, that's fine. We'll just go around it, and it'll be okay. Why can't I cast? Okay, but seriously, why can't I cast Bloody Pox? Hang on. I'm having some issues here. Let me just try a dummy. Okay, I'm definitely not holding down any other buttons. That works. Of course it works just fine now. Alright, I don't know what was going on there. Anyway, back to it. Here we go. We are into the Malmoth stuff. So purge the barrier, we'll head on in. There's a hero who spawns right... There he is. Did he get poxed? Yes, he did get poxed. Okay. So, I don't know, that might have just been a pebcac issue. It's fine though, we got around it. Alright, more crystals, love to see crystals. And Wendigos are definitely something I want to be killing, because, well, Wendigo Gaze would be nice. We can maybe get a higher level version. This guy might drop one. Of course he didn't, but, you know, he could have. The yellow guys can definitely drop them. What I'm mostly looking for here, though, is the heroes, if you're trying to get those. So this guy right here might be a new upgrade for me. He's not. That's fine. We'll just walk up here to the rift. Why do I feel like I'm slowed down? Oh, because I was. Alright, let's go ahead and use this merchant here, and we will get rid of these. I think I already had this, and I've already decided that I'm not going to use it. So we'll ditch that, and we'll ditch that. Okay, so coming into Gloomwald in Ultimate difficulty. This is probably my favorite area in the game, both because I just like how it looks, and also because this is probably the most efficient place to farm gear upgrades, legendary items, blue items. Probably the most efficient place to farm in the entire game until you get to Shattered Realm. Well, it would be the old Shattered Realm 50, which would be about Shattered Realm 20 in Ultimate. So until you get to that point, totem runs through the Gloomwald is going to be the best way to farm. Assuming there's nothing crazy coming with the new expansion, it's probably going to continue to be the best way to farm. Although there's probably going to be new areas with new totems to find. Isn't that going to be fun? Yeah, the reason this area is so good for farming is you get a treasure trove here. You get guaranteed one treasure trove above ground. You get guaranteed one treasure trove below ground, so 2 treasure troves every time you come through here. Revered with Homestead is quite nice. I don't think we're using any of the Revered stuff from them, but having it done is pretty good. Having said that, I think the reason I'm seeing that is because we turned in the supplies to the Black Legion and lost Revered, so I'm pretty sure that's actually something that happened a while ago. But yes, you get 2 guaranteed treasure troves in this area, as well as 1 to 2 totems. The one above ground is guaranteed. The one below ground seems like it's fairly reliable, but I have definitely had runs through here where it didn't drop. So I'm just checking here. This is a spawn location for my good friend, what's his name? The Wendigo that drops the Vitality Primal Strike stuff. I'm blanking on the name. Padala. No, not Padala. Pakla. There we go. Knew it started with P. So I'm just checking a few of those. Do want to hit the heroes. I definitely want to grab this as well. So this quest we did on normal difficulty just gets you an Exalted Stash. On Ultimate difficulty, it gets you the Exalted Stash. And also this is the start of the Lokar quest. Now, I'm not sure I would recommend using this build straight out of the campaign to kill Lokar, but you should be able to kite him around and wear him down fairly easily. As long as your resistances are under control, we should have enough damage to kill him. The issue will be don't get sundered, and just don't die, basically. As long as you're moving, he can't really do a whole lot of damage to you, so just keep moving and you should be fine. Okay, this is the underground area that I was talking about. Here is my treasure trove. There is one other place it can be. There's only 2 spawn locations, and we hit the first one. There is also potentially, not this time, but potentially, a totem, just kind of here-ish. It might be on the top of this rock, but it's basically here. It's not actually here this time, so it's in the other cellar, or it didn't spawn. And we will find out when I get there, because I'm going to do both of them. The other thing of note in this area is Avril Lavigne. She's got a concert going here. That joke will never get old, I swear. I know nobody else laughs, but but I do. Oh, we're definitely dying there. Yeah, Avarice Marrowill is the actual name here. Spawns right here, has a 50% chance of being here, 50% chance of being in the other one. So if I want my totem, I am going to have to fight Avarice. And Avarice can be relatively rippy. I have lost characters to Avarice in Ultimate. And the deaths just kind of fell out of the sky. I don't know what killed my character, but I was fighting Avarice and then I was dead. So just be aware of her, and definitely respect that enemy. This is the location for the second treasure trove. If you didn't find it on the first side, it will be there, guaranteed one of those 2 spots. And we have some loot in the walls here, so let's go ahead and grab that. beat down this wardrobe. And then we've got a body on the floor here. A couple of rares. Oh, no, we got a blue. That bonus to all pets is really, really good for not occultists, which is funny because that's an occultist set. Okay, I'm just checking there for heroes as well. You can sometimes get heroes spawn there, and I like killing them. Alright, this area here is another spawn location for Pakla. You can also have something like 3 or 4 heroes can spawn there. So definitely want to be checking this area if you are going for a little bit of a farm. Once I get through the campaign, I will probably just run the Gloomwald a few times to get to level 100. This is easily, like I said, my favorite area in the game. One shot here, you get a... Oh, that's a trap. You get a devotion shrine here, which you can fight one time for a decent amount of loot. Wraithwalkers could be good. The rest of this, not so much. Let's have a look here. Wraithwalkers, there we go. Spectral Binding is hit points. Physical resist, vitality resist, those are all pretty good. And Wraithwalk, when you get hit, you run faster and you avoid 30% of non-spell attacks, basically. So these are actually quite good. I would lose some armor to put this on. I would also lose some health. And can I afford the resistances? Yes, and yes. So I can actually just slot those right in. And I think I'm going to do that. My pets don't really need, I think, the Aether and... Where are they? Aether and Chaos Res. Yeah, technically uncapped Aether resist, but also technically I don't care. So I will take the additional survivability, especially when I've seen my health go down sort of nearish or belowish half already in this episode. So yes, I'm going to absolutely take that. Is that a Mark of the Traveler? It is. Chuck that on there. And we are good to go. You definitely want to, if you didn't do it in normal difficulty, you absolutely positively want to start getting every single Ugdenbloom you can at this point. You are going to need to craft components, and they are going to use a lot of Ugdenblooms, so make sure you get as many as you can. This is another location for the... Ooh, that's not a bad one. Low level. This is another location for the totem, obviously. None of these are particularly amazing. Just over here, we have a rotting stump, which I like to hit because Ugdenblooms. I'm also going to go over here and just grab Garrett. So, your daughter sent me, yeah, she's fine, and get in the rift gate. Alright, this is probably the most dangerous area in this particular, I was going to say zone, it's not an MMO though. This is probably the most dangerous section in the area. Potentially, you can have Pakla spawn here, you can have the Quest Wendigo spawn here, you can have 2, 3, 4 heroes spawn here, so you can definitely get some silly dangerous combinations spawn here. Treasure Trove will also spawn here sometimes. I didn't check the... No, that's fine, I would have seen it. Alright, where did that Wendigo gaze go? I'm pretty sure Ordered... Did I see Ordered? It did. Okay, so Ordered is going to be the Chaos. This could be good. A little bit more total speed for the pets. More Pierce Res for the pets, which I do like. The resistances on it are different. I wouldn't say better. I don't think I care too much about the poison. Aether and Chaos, I am kind of close. I think I would uncap my Aether to wear this one. So I'm not going to do it. But this is not a bad little medal. I'll chuck it in this pile here and pretend like I'm going to use it later. And then I'll probably end up selling it before I use it. But like I said, I'm going to pretend. Okay, so a couple of things left in this area. We have Nain's Stash, which is where I'm heading now. Then we have Avarice, who we're going to kill because she's going to be in the way of getting my totem. And are you a hero? You're not. So, dynamite site here for Nane's stash. If you didn't pick up the note in the little house that I said was the start of the Lokar quest, if you didn't pick that up, you won't be able to blow this wall up. You won't be able to go in here, and you won't be able to get this free purple item. Nope, I got a blue one. Okay, that's fine. You wouldn't be able to get this, basically. And then the difference here is that this section in normal and elite is blocked off, and you can come over here and talk to Arcturus, and there's a lore note on the body there. I'm just gonna... Actually, you know what? I'll leave it there, just in case I end up doing the Lokar quest on this character in a video later, so I can show the text. It's a very small amount of XP, so losing that, not the end of the world. Okay, this stairs down here, this is where my other totem is going to be. I am going to show this little section up the top here, because you can get some kind of good chests here. I've got a heroic one, not amazing, not bad. And the totem can be right here as well, so... Whoop. Definitely taking a bit of a beating there. Are you coming back? Nope. What about you? Came back and died. Yeah, so you can get a decent chest here. It's definitely not an exalted stash or whatever. It's not worth coming all the way up here for generally. But if your totem happens to be there, you could definitely do it. Okay, so into the cellar here. The overgrown cellar. Bunch of Wendigos here, but we want to head over to that ancient spirit totem. Now, ancient totems are not really something you want to mess with, unless you're confident that you can kill them. I'm pretty confident that the boys have got this. However, we have... Where's Avarice? I know you're here somewhere. Alright. There she is. Alright, I'm going to try and stay away from Avarice. I'm going to hope she doesn't get healed again. There we go. Alright, so Avarice is dead. So is my Hellhound. And I didn't lose any skeletons. There you go. For all those people who say that skeletons are horrible because they die all the time, well, so are Hellhounds. Alright, so Ancient Spirit Totem, I'm going to pop this and then back off. Because, well, you'll see. Definitely do not want to get hit by these guys if I can help it. The big bone golem things do hit decently hard, so I want to avoid getting bonked by them if I can. Shrapnel gun, awesome for different character. Alright, Black Steel Gauntlets are a no, although that is a decent chunk of health. Herald's Jacket, this set is not bad if you get the whole set. It does kind of use 3 slots that this character can't really afford to lose, but it's not bad. And the rest of that can kind of just go in the bin, if I'm being honest. Yeah, that's all going to go in the bin. But we did get some decent XP out of it. And wherever it was that I picked up the Wraith Walkers, I think it was a totem. I could be completely wrong in that. But got some new boots out of this area, so I'm pretty happy with that. Alright, so that is the entire area. Just a quick recap of the Gloomwald itself. You start at the Rift Gate here, come around, you're checking here for a treasure trove, here for a totem, then you come over here, checking for Pakla here and here. The quest Wendigos can also spawn here, I think it is, maybe there, I'm not sure about that. From there you head down into the cellar. Cellar will have potentially a totem, definitely 100% a treasure trove, and potentially Avarice. There's also usually a decent number of heroes in the cellar, so you can get some good loot in there as well. You'll come out here, check for Pakla and other heroes in this little area. Run up here, there's a treasure trove spawn here. You can also get some heroes here, but this is pretty easy to check. Run over here, potential totem. Over here we have an Ugdenbog, Ugdenbloom log thing. And then you have Chaos Junction, if you want to call it that. Potentially 5, 6, 7 heroes in this area. I think I've seen 7 like once. So potentially 7. Most of the time you'll get 3 or 4. And then you can either run up here and check for the totem, go in here, check for avarice and the totem, or you could just exit at this point, go back to menu, and do it again, which is the never-ending grind for totems. Okay, so done with the first half of the Gloomwald, and the second half, this area is used for exactly 3 things. One is if you haven't found Pakla and you want the hat, Pakla lives in this area as well. 2 is if you need to kill Caraxes for the quest, or maybe you want... hello. Maybe you want the +1 to soldier skills belt, then you can find that in here. I'm going to go and sell this. And then 3, this is probably the best area in the game for farming Ugdenblooms. So let me just vendor all this rubbish. Not that, but we'll get rid of the rest. I'm not planning on keeping or using any of this, so it can all go in the bin. I mean, sell this very high value loot to this gentleman here, Luther Graves. He's going to make a fortune selling all this stuff to someone. I'm not sure who, but someone will buy it. Absolutely. Alright, nearly there. And done. There we go. Alright. Well, let's get back to it. So yeah, Pakla, Ugdenblooms if you're into that sort of thing, and Caraxes Fowl if you need him for either his belt drop, if you're playing a soldier and want the +1 to soldier skills belt, or if you need him for the quest. So, Rotting Stump number 1. These guys as well, the big tree golems, can drop Ugdenblooms, so it is worth hitting them if you're in the area. There's stump number 2. Then number 3 is just down here. I said they dropped Ugdenbloom, so of course they're not going to anymore. This little section here, this is a little hidden area off the map. So you come here under this bridge, and then you'll get a little bit of an ambush. Most of the time, anyway. It looks like I got a trapped stump, but this is stump number 3. You can also get 1 or 2 chests in this area as well. Normally there's an ambush of about 6 or 7 of the tree golem things that just jump out of the ground at you. Didn't get that this time. I mean, it's fine, but I was expecting them and they didn't show up. And then we come over here for stump number, what are we up to? 4, 5, 4? I'm going to go with 4. Got me a couple of Ugdenblooms out of that one, that's pretty good. There's level 79, so we're going 2 points in possession. I'm just going to max this out. I'm feeling somewhat squishy at the moment, and I don't like it, so we're just going to get whatever defense we can. I did spend that in physique. And then if we head just over here... oh, we got leaf mains in this area. How about that? Alright, we find the only source of light in the area, and there is another rotting stump here. And I'm out of luck. Alright, so that is, what, 5, 6, 7 stumps, something like that? I lost count on the way. Got a memory like a sieve. With holes cut in it. It's basically a sieve without the mesh, let's be honest. There's nothing there. Alright, we'll head up here and get Caraxes, because I do need him for the quest. And in we go. So the best way to fight Caraxes is to just throw everything at him and he'll just die. Honestly, there's no need for concern with him. These moss flingers, the big tree golem things, are probably more dangerous than Caraxes is. Probably. Maybe not. He's not dangerous though, that's what I'm trying to get at. Impervious of the Wild would be very, very nice for a belt. If this had +1 to Necro on it, I would be a very happy man. Look at all those resistances. I mean, granted, don't really need poison and acid, but still. Alright, we throw all the curses at him, we put all the dots on him. And kaboom. So here's the +1 to soldier skills belt, which, I mean, obviously, we're not playing a soldier, so kind of who cares, but this is where you want to farm if you need a soldier belt. And there is also potentially a totem kind of here-ish. It's in this little section. You'll be able to see it on the map. It doesn't show up very often though. And that's it. That's the whole area. These ghost crabs, if they drop a belt, it's going to be the Inquisitor belt. Chance of getting that from a white, I think, is 0. If it's not 0, it's very, very low though. Also, we're not playing an Inquisitor, so again, kind of who cares. Hey, there's a Ugdenbloom from the tree golem just then. See, I'm not crazy. Kind of. Alrighty, so we just run down to the Coven now at this point. Here's Pakwa. So, as I mentioned, Pakwa is all through this area, or at least has spawn locations all through this area. Let's not stand in the goop. All the boys are busy standing in the goop, and you'll see there, Pakwa skins is a helmet with actually Wendigo stuff in it. I swear there was, maybe there's another version that converts or has bonuses to Vitality Primal Strike. I could be completely off base there. I definitely remember Pakla's having a lot of Vitality bonuses though. Or at least Pakla's gear. So I guess that fits. What do we got here? Wendigo Totem. It would have been Vitality Savagery, not Primal Strike. Derp. Alright. We have made it to the Coven. How are we doing for Coven rep? They're at Honored already. These guys are going to be at Revered before you know it. And that's going to get us actually very little. The Outcast at Honored, I could go and get the Writ for the Outcast, but I just kind of don't care. So I'm going to leave that. Grab the Rift here. And we can do a couple of quests as well. Pretty sure I already got the lore notes in this area when I did it in normal. So I'm not going to bother looking for that. Let's bank all this stuff. Got 8 Ugdenblooms from that little run there. That is actually quite low, but where are we up to? 41. That might be enough for a set of components. Maybe. I may have to farm some more. We will see. Okay, we have a deal. Absolutely. And did we rescue what's-her-face, the witch, in the Blood Grove? Let's go find out. I don't see her on the map here. Nope. She would be kind of here-ish if I had rescued her. But I didn't, so no free XP and reputation for me. That's fine. Alright, let's head out into the swamp. And we'll see how far we can get. We could also go and do the Ancient Grove at this point, or at least go talk to Mogdrogan and borrow his skeleton key. Okay, that kind of hurts. Please stop that. We are definitely trying to kill the basilisks as well. They have a quest item that we want to get our hands on. Not the end of the world though, there are guaranteed spots that these quest items drop. Never mind, don't need it. There's the quest item. Alright, so first time through here, well actually every time through here, I want to find this particular tree. It's the one that looks like a foot. I've mentioned it before in many videos, but there is another trap. Okay, there's a rotting stump here, and I like Ugdenblooms, so that's what I'm looking for. Big toe here, little toe here, that's your heel, that's a foot. If I've ever seen a foot, and I've seen several of them, they look like that. Alright, let's go kill Janaxia. So all these quests here as well, you can, you know, go back to town, get the quests for them, do them one at a time so you've got the star on the map. Or you could just remember where they are and do them all in one go without having the quest. And that's my preferred way of doing it. This is crazy good. I wish I could get this on a certain other character. Subjugators is not perfect, but it's very good. And then Bound Wraith of Binding is quite good for a skeleton build. You can see there the +7 to raise skeletons. I am sorely, sorely tempted to put this on, but I think +6 to the Hellhound is probably more important at this point. So putting this on would give me an additional +7 to raise skeletons, so it would get me 7 skill points out of this, which I could then use to put into, well, I could put them into the Hellhound, but more likely I would max out Possession and Manipulation, and then put 1 point into the Hellhound. But this is, it's not even level 94. That's a really good item for this build. Granted, we definitely want the Houndmaster's Flesh Warped Archive, but that is an incredibly good drop. It's quite rare. What do we get there? Double rare. Rimefrost of Squalls, and it's on a helmet. Okay, no good. Pendant of Valiance. This is also kind of a decent set. If you have it all before you get to 65, definitely worth putting it on. The bonuses on it are quite good. It does cost you your medal, both rings, and your amulet from memory. But that's a decent chunk of armor for the 2-piece, a decent chunk of health for the 3-piece. And +1 to all skills is very, very nice for the 4-set bonus. Each of the items, I think, also has 2 good resistances on it. So you end up getting something like 20 to 30% to every resistance. So pretty good set, if you've got it. At level 79, I probably wouldn't wear it. But, yeah, nothing wrong with it at all. Okay, don't stand in the goop. Don't get too close so you don't get shotgunned. Another Pedala's Will. Just getting all of the offhands. Two-handed gun, kind of don't care. The majority of what I wanted out of her was just the quest update. So she's dead, and we will go for a little bit of a run.
That skill's not ready.
Looks like the Hound took a bit of a pounding. Get him some health, and be on our way. Alright, so these Wraiths here, drop that, where is it? Here we go, Bound Wraith. Definitely a good pet item, more of a ritualist item than a Cabalist item, but I don't know, if you're into pets, you're going to end up having one of each at some point, so keep your eye out for it. Okay, I didn't see, was this? Oh, it's only Forsaken. I was thinking that might have been Ancient. Let's just get out of the Aether group there. Bring the boys back, give them a bit of a heal. What do we got? Tainted Blade of Nereval. Yeah, none of this looks particularly fantastic. We're just going to pick it all up, and we'll turn it into bits later. How are we doing for bits, actually? Almost 3 million. I think probably once I get to sort of 4 or 5 million, I will most likely stop collecting random greens. It's a nice pile of corpses. Good little bit of XP. Right, and we can just keep heading north here. Definitely want to be hitting these rotting stumps, as I mentioned. More Ugdenblooms, more better. And this is the cold crab section. Definitely grab those. Okay, and I'm not going to go and do Craval, because I choose life. Craval is actually pretty rippy, so I don't really want to mess with him. There's my other quest item, or my other quest drop. So glad that I don't have to mess with that. Mess with finding that. Okay, don't really need to be up here either. Don't forget the stumps if you can find them. I've been really unlucky with these. Usually get a lot more of those. And I've had a lot of traps as well. Another piece of the Corruptor's set. Basilisk Crest. Which, man, getting all of the drops for the Vitality Ritualist. None of the drops for the Cabalist. Actually, that's not true. I did get a boots upgrade and potentially a new medal as well, so that's not entirely true. Alright, again. Ooh, Wendigo Gaze of Cage Souls. Sold. Sold to the man with the medal. Yes, Impervious is also amazing as a prefix. I think the only way this could be better is if it was a Cabalist Wendigo Gaze of Cage Souls, or if it was level 94 instead of level 84. This will absolutely be getting equipped as soon as I have another 5 levels. That is very, very nice. That's going to last until we get a triple rare of them. That's good enough pretty much forever. So very happy about that drop for sure. And that's actually the medal. I mean, not that one in the finished build, but that medal itself is used in the final build for just about every skeleton Cabalist there is, because more skeletons, basically. So yeah, very, very happy about that. And don't forget your rotting stump here on the way past. And is it Bargol? I think it's Bargol. Lives on this little island here. Watch as he doesn't come out to play today because he's managed to spawn in his other location for the first time in about 15 runs. Helps if I'm on his island, actually. He'll be here somewhere. Okay, here he comes. There he is, Bargol, the Mouldering Mold, or the Mouldering Mound. He does drop a pet weapon. It is not that one, I don't think. No, it's not that one. He has another one-handed mace he drops that gives you bonuses to the Familiar, which obviously we're not going to use. This would be amazing on a certain other Vitality caster as well. Watch as I just don't get any of that ring on that Ravenous Earth character. Alright, so that was a nice little detour. Probably didn't need to make it, but here we are. And there is our Rift Gate. So we'll go and hit that. And this is a good place to stop for this episode. So I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and goodbye for now.